Hello, beautiful people out there. It's Marisol Ukonu, and I welcome you back to another series of Brainbox. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell that you might be notified on every of my new videos. And for all my returning subscribers, I say very big thank you. God bless you. And there's any type of concern you'd like me to treat, just like I always say, don't forget to leave it in the comment section down below. And today's Brainbox series, we'll be considering the topic titled How to Live a Meaningful Life. Now the question is that how do you live a meaningful life? A lot of people want to live. We live this life, but sometimes a lot don't live a meaningful life. We live a life fashioned in accordance to others' dictates, fashioned in accordance to others' thinking. Now you give the world your best when you operate from a place of wholeness. Now, how can you operate from a place of wholeness when you don't root your operations in fear of rejection, in fear of confrontations, and in fear of misunderstanding? Now, you cannot fulfill your purpose or stand firm in your values in life if you are afraid to offend. A lot of people are always afraid that I don't want to offend someone. So let me live in accordance to this person's standard. Let me do the things that pleases them. Now, how long will you keep on being men pleasers? Now it's time for you to rise up and live to your fullest in the image that you were created for. Everyone is created for a purpose. Everyone is created for a certain in a certain image for a certain purpose. Now, have you discovered what your purpose? Have you discovered why you were created? Now, if you have discovered that why you were created, then why are you not living for it? Why are you living for others? Now, why are you living a double life? Because you realize that you live a different life in your closet when you mourn after pleasing others, and you come out and live for others, and that life is quite choking because the cost of it is quite dangerous. And that is why we need to live a life that resonates with us. Live a life that resonates with you. The danger that affects who you are leaves you smaller and silence your voice. And this arises when you live to please others by being that Mr. Nice Guy. You want to be nice to everyone. You want to roll off to everyone. You want everyone to call you that, wow, I'm this person, I like the way he does. At your own displeasure. Now, this makes you to roll off your authenticity. Now you lose that authenticity, that thing that makes you. Now this thing, because you become a version of yourself that's not palatable to you. Now, in order for you to build the inner you, for your real personality to emerge, you need to live a life that is pleasing to you. You don't need to live a life that is pleasing to others. That's why you see that a lot of people, when you look at the grave, that's where you see a lot of talent, because a lot of people have died with the things that are embedded in them. Failure to discover those things, because they have lived you have lived their life in circles, in a very small box, and that small box is a box of trying to fulfill the dreams or trying to please others. Why are you trying to be men pleasers? Because you were created, everyone was created for a purpose, and we're all created in the image of God. Now, as being created in the image of God, we are created to fulfill destiny. Now, if you can't fulfill the destiny for which you were created for, then how meaningful is your life? Then what is your life worth? What values are you bringing now? Now, living for others' approval compromises your personality. Now, why would you want to compromise your personality, which leaves you confused as to who you really are, and leaves you unsatisfied about yourself? And that's why you see a lot of people are just so they're just so angry at themselves. They're so unsatisfied about themselves because they've not been able to fulfill that childhood dreams that they have sought for themselves. Now you lose sight of what matters to you because you want to compromise, because you want to please others, because you don't want to be rejected. Now you let your dream die because you are chasing the dreams of others, because you want others to like you. You want to be in the place of at the center where everyone will be around you, That's Mr. Nice Guy. The guy is nice. After being nice in your closet, what happened? The guy is so nice to himself. Now you go back and suck on your table or on your bed because you have not lived the life that is fulfilling what to you. You have not lived the life that resonates what with you. You have not lived the life that God has made you what for the purpose of it. Why are you being pretentious? Because that's why you see that a lot of people live pretentious life. You live a life that you pretend on the outside, and on the inside what you are dying. After pleasing others, you go back to your closet, you start complaining, and that because no one forced you what to do that. Then why did you do that? Because you're living a pretentious life. Those things you're doing not because you're happy doing them, but because you want others to call you good names. One thing you must know is that no matter what you do, you cannot please everyone. There are people who you still displease. Even in that Mr. Nice Guy, so people are not happy. So people are not pleased because you're nice. Now, trying to please others has nothing to do with you or seeking out peace with them or trying to coexist with them. But it has more to do with more to do with you being desperate on the need for validation. You want people to validate you, to say of a truth, yes, I give you what a pass mark. But you need to know that your validation comes from your inner self. When you start living for yourself, when you create that space, now that's why you need to create boundaries. That's why they tell people set that boundaries. Because when you start setting boundaries, there are people you're going to be enemy with. Those people you have always been pleasing in your life, those people that you have always been doing things that pleases them, you become enemy to them because you set boundaries. You give them space. Because when you set this boundary, what does it do to you? It enables you to tell people that this is how I want you to relate with me. I don't want you to relate with me in your own standard. I don't want you to give me the benchmark on which you will relate with me. The relation of people with you must come from the standard that you have created for yourself. Now, the standard you place, these are the standard that people will look at and relate with you. Now, that's why, because you have not created a standard, you created a standard for pleasing others. So with that standard, they relate with you and come into your life and mess it up. And that's why you keep on sulking. You go back to your bed and keep on crying because you're not able to fulfill things. They keep on stepping on you and keep on asking the question, why is this thing repeating itself? Patterns are repeating itself. But you fail to ask yourself, why are patterns repeating itself? Because you have sold yourself out to others for them to come in and mess up your life. And that's why it is the way it is. And that's why we need to know that the cost of pleasing others is far much more than you can think. It takes away your peace. It takes away your joy. It takes away your happiness. It takes away you fulfilling your purpose for which you have been created for. There is a purpose for everyone. There's a reason for everyone's existence. Find your purpose. Find your true value. You need to find that true value, that thing that makes you you, in order for you to live a meaningful life, in order for you to live a life that pleases you. Don't live a life that pleases others, because at the end of it all, the person that ends up being hurt is you. Those you have pleased, they have forgotten the things that you have done to please them, and they only look at you as the fool, because they know that this one, we can easily drag him out. We know how to press his button. We know how to win him over. But at the end of it all, they call you, this guy is very nice. He's a good guy. And that's very well. You need to clap for yourself. You have won a trophy. And after winning that trophy, what else? You go back unfulfilled. You go back unhappy. You go back without peace. You go back without joy. You go back without dreams what's being actualized. Therefore, this is the time for you to live a meaningful life. Set that boundaries and tell yourself, this is how I want you to relate with me. And with that, you're able to achieve anything in life. Because impossible always say what? I am possible. Activate your brain box today. Thank you.